Happy Friday, everyone! How is it going? Welcome back to the Joffice Live. I'm your host, Timothy Friedlieb, and with me, as usual, is our boss, CEO, President, Grand Poobah, all things combined, Jason Horonsky, in the frame right above me.
Hey, everybody. Hope you are having a fantastic release Friday.
Yeah, it's release day, right? That's pretty hype. I mean, last week was pretty hype with the pre-releases. A lot of exciting, pull videos, box breaks. People have been already doing lots of deck profiles. Very exciting week. And now, even more stores should be able to be selling product. If they have it, they can sell it, right?
That's how it seems to work. There's also, I guess, there was a little bit of confusion. Anyone through sub-distribution might have their stuff coming in a little bit later. Oops, I dropped an All Might card. My bad. Yeah, if you have questions about that and you're a retailer, we have an official retailer page on Facebook. I highly recommend you go there to get your questions answered. We have 4 different staff members that are keeping an eye on that so we can answer more officially. A lot of the retailers in the group also kind of know what's going on, so you can get some help there. I have been really happy with the release. I've watched over 30 box openings on YouTube myself. Overwhelmingly positive support and hype behind the set. Really excited. Obviously, behind the scenes, we are already past set 2, so the hype's a little weird for us because we're living in the future, but it's still really cool. I heard that a lot of our stores in Las Vegas sold out within an hour, that means I didn't get any. But luckily, I might have a connection to get some cards, perhaps. So Tim, what are we talking about today? I know we have a shorter call because I have to get to the Renaissance Fair today.
You lucky man. There's still so much to do, but it's nice you're able to take a little time off. We don't really have a whole lot this week, so we figured we'd just come on, kind of give an update, really congratulate all of those content creators as well. That I've seen numerous how to play videos, numerous new player question videos. I've seen a lot of deck profiles. Again, like I said a little bit earlier, tons of box breaks, lots of stuff going on.
I'm taking some notes from the chat so I don't forget these important questions so we can get to those at the end.
What else was there to talk about? Actually, maybe we should just take a couple of looks at some of the questions in the chat. I know I did see one. Well, go ahead, Jason. What were you going to say?
I've written down some of the more important ones, and then there's a couple others that I see here. Let me address that. Okay, so number 1, they are asking for a link to the retailer group for Facebook. So you do have to be a retailer to get invited and accepted into that, but go ahead and sign up, and we'll make sure you're a retail store and invite you into the group.
I have put in the chats the name of the retailer group. Just go ahead and search that on Facebook, and you should be able to apply to get in, and then there will be a review. As long as you're a retailer or work for a retailer, you should be able to get in.
Number 2, how do they get select format draft cards for drafting? Those are actually on the website. You can print them out right now, and there will be physical select format cards shipped out to stores in the next 4 or 5 weeks, I believe, and those are going to be available. There's also going to be potentially a big demo event going out to retail stores, in addition to promos and tournament cards for shops to run Plus Ultra events starting, I believe, in November. So all of that's coming out soon. But yeah, go to the website, mhacardgame.com. I believe it is under rules and documents. Is that right, Tim?
That's correct, yeah.
And then you can get the printable characters, so you can always have a character to draft, even if you don't pull one. There's also several ways you can play from the packs themselves. I like to put the characters out up front, though. That's my favorite way to draft. Online orders from Jasco Games have been going out. If you had any item in there that hasn't released yet, it might still be on hold, like playmats or DLC. Some of the DLCs might have snuck out a little early, just letting you guys know. Thanks for ordering from Jasco Games 2 years ago. And then, if you are in the UK, the EU, some parts of Middle and South America, and Australia, New Zealand. Asmodee is still working on getting the official release dates for each of those locations. We're still trying to figure out everything there. I wouldn't hold anything in stone yet, but I believe most of that's going to be hitting in November. And this staggered release is only happening for set one. We already are ahead of the game, and this was mostly because we wanted to get stuff shipped in as early as possible. So we actually beat our own timeline. It was all going to be in November, I believe, but we felt it was worth it to get some cards in to some hands in retail stores, especially in the largest market, a little earlier. So it will be releasing simultaneously in the future, starting with Crimson Rampage. So there's your EU, UK update, and parts of South America, Middle America, Mexico. Canada, I believe, parts of Canada have it because they ordered from a US distributor. And as far as I understand, the Canadian distributors now do have the stock, so it should be coming out pretty soon there too for that full stock. A lot of questions on first edition. If you're in one of these other areas, I do believe most of these places have the first edition product. Don't quote me on anything. EU, UK, and Australia, that's going to be an Asmodee thing, but I imagine most of the stuff's first edition, or we'll have some kind of option for first edition in a limited order, because I know that they allocated it pretty heavily because of first edition. Unlimited won't be nearly as heavily allocated. You should be able to get a hold of that. Now, I will say it is also selling out really fast. We've done multiple print runs of Unlimited as well. So that should cover most of what I read, and then people are asking about Nats and tournaments and stuff.
So on Nats, we have processed all the refunds for if you signed up for U.S. Nationals, for Universes. We will be sending out care packet, those little care packages that we promised you guys in the next couple of weeks. It's just been super crazy here, as usual. So we are getting to that, but you have been refunded, and you'll be getting something sent to you if you had signed up. What else do we have here? You already touched on Canada, and Coldcraft on Facebook is asking about Scout applications and Premier Store. So let me kind of clarify the Premier Store thing. We used to have a program called the Premier Store program. That program was suspended during the lots of lockdowns, and now we do have the list that is our Premier Store list. However, that is not exactly the same thing. You can any retailer can provide us specific information, get put on that list, and be able to purchase any non-MHA product directly through us as a retailer. So we can get that set up. As far as the Scout program / Sensei program, that is still being reworked. We have to redo all the tests, and we have a new head of organized play that will be joining us shortly, but we have to wait until he gets caught up. So it's probably going to be a month or two until we have
It'll be
fully fleshed out.
It'll be sometime in November. And so just so everyone's aware, we've already had some discussions to fast track the OP tests and everything. So the White Belt Sensei or Judge program, whichever one we're allowed to call it by then, is going to be going up in November. We're making new test questions. If you're part of the old group, you won't have as tedious of a task getting in and approved as your belt rating for round 2 when we redo this. I believe all of you will be contacted separately, and there will be a few new questions for you, and then you just have to go through those. Everybody else will be getting questions based off of basic understanding of the game to get your white belt, as well as the first series of Plus Ultra tournament cards, so you know how to run that event properly, and that will get you your white belt test. So, once those, I don't know if we've previewed all the Plus Ultra promos, but you might want to get familiar with how those work.
We have.
So you can pass that test if you're looking to become a judge for your local store or sensei that's going to support the local play group. Those are being fast-tracked. They were all going to be next year, but for local play, we wanted it a little faster, so that'll be November.
That said, actually, Jason kind of touched on something I needed to bring up. We are going to be putting together, especially for the retailers, a kind of a call where we can kind of go over some rules types questions for them so they can help run the events in their stores. Look for more news on that soon. I'm working with our team to kind of get the rules.
That'll be really good. And I don't think it's just rules. I think it'll have some retail-related questions for retailers and
that too,
promos, organized play, all that stuff. A lot of people are asking about organized play. In-store OP starts in November, so just keep that in mind. The product, so crazy thing is a lot of the product for first edition shipped way early, as you guys know, and beat even our deadlines that we were expecting for launch. There's still some first edition product that's either on its way or already to Asmodee's Fulfillment Center. I believe it's mostly restocks of the two-player rival decks. And then first edition's done. The rest of the waves are unlimited, and those are already on their way. And might even be there already. I don't run their warehouse, but I know that all that stuff has been picked up from our factory a long time ago, and there's more waves coming. So if you're a retailer, you're looking to get into it, there's going to be plenty of product. It's just this early section. Try not to go too crazy on prices and that kind of thing. If you're looking at singles and stuff, it will be balanced out for supply and demand here in the next month or two. But for people like me, first edition also means a lot. So I'm gathering up stuff. Even my family has been purchasing from online retailers and local stores to get as many boxes as possible. Because Jask have no cards left. My warehouse tells me today. So
that is another thing to talk about as well. The previous pre-order bundles that we have said we're going to be sending out extra boxes. We are just waiting on product getting into our warehouse. Once that gets in, we're going to be reaching out to your stores. And for any stores that sold those pre-order bundles, as long as you have the proof of sale, you can contact us. We'll work with you to get your customers their extra product that we will be supplying. So once that gets into our warehouse, we'll be sending that out.
Other than our online orders, everything else went to retail first. So we made that conscious decision. Everybody else gets it before us. So we don't have very much. We have promo cards and things like that we are going to use for events. But we do have a big wave of product coming in for here in the next couple weeks, hopefully. And that will be what we use to fulfill the new pre-orders for Unlimited, any remaining orders, and then anything we can help out, like Tim was saying, if you got the old bundle before people knew it was canceled. We're going to use those for prizes at tournaments. So Jasco obviously needs product, especially for tournament season. But there is an exclusivity agreement. So Asmodee's the only place to get it unless you're buying direct from our website or through one of their sub-distribution channels, which I believe they work with a lot of the distributors as well. I'll be able to read that.
So yeah, if you're a retailer and you want to get put on our list, we do have a post saying go ahead and fill out this form. Also, again, you can look up the retailer group, which is the Jasco Games MHA CCG retailer partners, and then put in a request to join. That'll be reviewed by our mods.
If you were a previous Premier store, there was no way for us to carry you over. We did our best to give the list over to Asmodee to contact everybody, but you're going to want to get in touch with Asmodee and see what to do. Talk to your local or your other distributors as well. They will have some stock. And if you want to become a retailer for My Hero card game, you're going to want to go through Asmodee first to talk to them to see how to get set up for OP and all that stuff, and then go to your favorite distributor, either Asmodee or somebody else. I think that answers a lot of that stuff.
We do have a question about MHA Redemption. We are not ready to talk about our plans for Redemption yet.
Save your packs, though.
Save your packs. There is going to be kind of a major overhaul to the system, but I think it's a really cool and good one. So
for new players and new stores, every pack we print has this little redemption skull on it. Save these packs, give them to us, we recycle them, and you get promo cards. This is not trash. When you do a draft, don't leave your trash everywhere. Pick it up. It's worth something.
Do you want to tell the story behind that, Jason?
Sure, go for it.
No, it's your story. You're the one who's instituted it. I know it's not long, but there's a reason behind it.
That's not a long story. So, my background in CCGs, at least stocking them and being in the business side, I've played everything since the beginning of Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! I never played Pokemon, but don't hold it against me. I did learn it eventually. We heavily carried Sabretooth Games products in my store in Dallas, and They had a game before UFS called Warcry. It was a Warhammer card game, and that game had what you call gold. It had gold cards. So in the pack, you would get somewhere between 10 and 500 gold that you could use for redemption. Now, I also saw something from L5R back in the day. They had Koku, which is on the packs, and they had a kind of a program like that. Well, I thought, the waste of a card is terrible. If I'm going to put an extra card in the pack, it should just be more cards. Well, players don't want trash cards, and it's just a waste of print. So we also, as a retail store, every time we did a draft, would have just mountains of trash we had to pick up in the middle of the night after all of our events. So this solves a bunch of problems. It's good for the environment. We recycle these packs, and it's every pack we've ever made has redemption on it. And that includes quirk packs and tournament packs, too. Don't throw those away. So that keeps the store clean, for one. It recycles the packs. They go back to us, and the players get promo cards. And we're not wasting a card slot by putting a special card into the pack. So it's kind of a threefold. It's a really cool program. We will have a whole new redemption section because of MHA. So hang on to your packs. I know it's kind of frustrating to have a bunch of trash on you for a short term. But hang on to your packs. We will have our new redemption that will include my hero promos, my hero cards, some play mats, some other promotional items, and we'll also be taking those at live events. So if you bring your trash to us, we will accept your trash in exchange for goodies, and we will recycle that trash for you, and then you can rinse and repeat. So every time you get packs, even the prizes from the tournaments, you can bring them in and trade them in for cards and other goodies. So I made the story a little bit longer, probably, Tim, but that's the whole story from the beginning.
But yeah, so like I said, we'll be kind of, again, we're reworking things. We're just trying to modernize ourselves and our processes and make things really just a little bit more streamlined and easier for everyone. I know I've had a few redemption requests that are currently pending that have been waiting way longer than they should have, and I do apologize about that to those of you that are waiting. So that will be kind of, we're updating it. We will be honoring current redemption through the rest of the year, for sure. But we are looking to update the redemption program as well.
Yeah, we'll have new stuff on there is the main thing.
Yep. All right, so I do see a question that we can touch on. We don't have full answers for yet because we still kind of have to have, guys, I'm just going to let you know, we're always really, really busy here, and we're always trying to get things good for you guys. So some things just take us a little bit longer to get to sometimes. But we do know that there have been a few found misprints in the set that will be addressed. I know there's a couple of block modifiers and a couple of cards with the incorrect text. We are going to make some decisions on that and talk to you guys about it.
It's 3 cards, yeah. What I tell Tim is we always want you to be able to play with your cards, so that's going to be the first thought in mind. One of them is an art switch that's fixed in Unlimited. It's only misprinted in first edition. There will be maybe a few cards with the other 3 misprints, but they're all extra rares, every single one of them. Yep. So there are 3 extra rares. We plan to let you keep using those cards, but you might need a reference or something with it, but that's still in discussion.
Yeah, we don't want to give you guys incorrect information right now, so if we do know about it, we will have that for you very soon.
The future cards from, I believe, print 3 Unlimited moving forward are all going to be corrected for those items that we have caught now. I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. The files are identical, so there was some kind of weird shift in a file somewhere, but we fixed the problem. So sorry for that, everybody. It was about 300-something cards to go through, but it will be fixed. So that is what we can say at the moment.
So we do have a question. Will XRs be in Unlimited? Yes. I don't know. I've actually heard that there's a rumor going around that they will not exist in Unlimited. They will be in Unlimited.
We have had some talks on how to make XRs even cooler in the future, so we might be doing alternate foils for first edition versus Unlimited in set 3 or 4.
There's a lot of options in front of us, and I definitely try to listen into the community as much as possible. So, and this was our first foray into doing the XRs. So we love that everyone's been really happy with a lot of it, and we're looking to improve every time we make a new product.
Should we talk about the improvement we already made now on Crimson Rampage, or wait, the new update?
No, let's just talk about that when we get to previewing stuff.
Sounds good. That'll be it's a cool thing. We're adding more value to players.
Of course, Jason wants to tease it.
We're way ahead. It's like I said, it's hard living in the future because we're like already hype about stuff that's who knows when it even comes out. And so yeah, that's just how it is. I'm really proud of this set though, guys. I love that you can finally see what we've been talking about for a year or more on the quality and all the work that's gone into this set and future sets for My Hero. Just the massive acceptance into new communities, new players, new stores. It's really fantastic. So I hope you guys kind of see where the new direction is. Universes and My Hero aren't going anywhere. We have a lot of plans for it. We have a lot of sets coming out. We're already printing stuff. So I'm really excited to see the growth in the community, the bigger tournaments, more in-person and online events. And as I can, I watch pretty much every piece of community content you guys make for the MHA CCG. I may not be tuned in on it. I have it on while I'm working on YouTube. But if you put any videos on YouTube, box openings, how to plays, character breakdowns, just chats, I watch every single thing because I want to know what the community is saying. It's kind of just always in my head. How can we do more for you guys? How can we improve our product? How can we make this absolutely the coolest thing you guys open when you open a pack and build decks? Yeah. So we are paying attention.
I do think we already said it, guys, but to clarify, we will have an answer for you on the misprinted extra rares very, very soon. I'm not going to give you an answer now and have to double back on it. We will have something.
We're still working on it. We need some official clarity on some stuff. Mostly the block zone thing is a problem, but like I said, we want you guys to be able to use your cards. So we'll try to get the best solution for those 4 cards as possible. Actually, it's really 3. We know that the ice wall is going to be fine. But the other 3 cards, we want you to be able to use those, and we'll give you the solution probably next week. And like I said, future printings are corrected. So Unlimited, after the first run of Unlimited, we'll have those corrected.
Yep, I think, Justin, is there anything else we need to talk about?
There
was one thing.
Let me just
I swear,
go over some other stuff.
There was one thing I had. Yeah, you go over that, and I'm going to try to think about what I was going to say.
Make a note. I want to let our UTS fans know we're still on schedule for Mega Man. We're still on schedule for Mortal Kombat. Had a talk with Angry Joe last week, I think, and we are all aligned. We like the February launch idea. We're even talking about a possible round 2 for Street Fighter with new stuff, a few new characters. 3 months or 4 months after MK, so that new players from UTS and MK can get a hold of some of the old stuff and some new characters for Street Fighter. It's kind of like a second edition kind of thing. So that's exciting. That one's not in stone. Don't quote me on that. We just want to have some way to make sure that players can get Street Fighter still, but it's not in stone. I will say that like plastics and everything are also going up drastically in price. Everything is. Raw materials are really expensive right now. So hopefully that doesn't affect too much for those campaigns. But I think we're good for Mega Man and Mortal Kombat. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. We also have a new product coming to stores early next year for My Hero, but I can't talk about any more details than that. That's going to be a cool one. Oh, yeah. So people talking about Nats and Worlds. Do we want to address that yet?
I mean, we're still working on it, right?
Yeah. So we are still working on it. I will say that I'm looking in December, so we have enough time to actually plan for a new event. So it's not super short notice. My goal weekend to do an event would be I think it's the 10th, the weekend of the 10th in December. I think any earlier than that, yeah, it's the weekend of the 10th, 11th, 12th. Any earlier than that is another really short notice event. And after having to get over cancellations and everything for this last event, which is really unfortunate. Sorry, everybody. What are you going to do, I guess? closed for various reasons. But I have contacted 2 venues in Las Vegas. I've contacted Atlanta. I've talked to Omaha, and there's a couple other venues. So there's venues on the table. We have not put that in stone yet, but we're looking at the second weekend of December, hopefully, if I can lock in something. Otherwise, it'll be online. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, we're working on it, guys. There's, like we said, lots going on, and we're trying to get you news updates as soon as we can. There's just tons of things going on. I will also say, don't try to squeeze information out of us on future sets until we're ready. I've told you this before.
Yeah, because Jason might leak some information.
Once we get more info, we'll share it. I'm not telling you guys. We're working on stuff behind the scenes for different sets and whatnot. That's all you get.
I have heard a lot of people hype about Atlanta having Nats again. I like Atlanta, man. It's a good venue, but we'll see what we can pull off in this time frame.
I see a question about, will people get a refund? What do you mean a refund? If you're asking about a Nationals entry refund, we just issued all of those today. So
there you go. The answer is that.
I'm not quite certain what that question's about, but we definitely just processed all of the refunds today. So you should be seeing your funds returned. I think almost all of them were PayPal payments, so you should be seeing the money returned to your PayPal.
So for people that are kind of like voting on where to do Nationals, it really doesn't come to a vote. It's like it's all up to venue and timing and all that stuff. So,
and what we're able to do with...
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I gave you all of the top most likely places because those would be the easiest for us to still be able to keep going forward. It is December right before the holiday season, so that's also a little tight for shipping and that kind of thing. Yeah, that's our update, guys. It's release weekend. The Renaissance Fair is here in Las Vegas, so I'm going to check that out. If stores still had boxes, I'd go to the release, but I don't think anyone here does. I think they're all gone. I'll have to make another call around, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get to see that. But it's awesome. It's awesome news. A lot of growth. Keep putting out content. I'm going to watch it. If you want me to watch it and you want an extra like and an extra view, send me a text, and I will go watch it. Anything else, Tim? It's been a fun couple of weeks.
I had something on my mind, but I just can't remember what it was.
Dude, Tim got to actually partake in a pre-release, right? Didn't you get to do that?
Yeah, I was able to play in a few drafts, so that was fun.
I still want to draft. We still have to do our internal draft, at least 1 or 2 of them.
Here's a question. What was our favorite parts about pre-release? Jason, you can go first.
My absolute favorite thing in general is just seeing the realization of the cards, like, on people's faces. Like, it's finally here, so you get to see just, like, the joy in everyone's eyes. The extra rares are so freaking hyped to open. Like, the fun of opening packs now, I've never had so much fun, even myself, opening packs. I love seeing what my extra rares are. And then I think we have some of the coolest matchups. Just overall, it's like an awesome rock paper scissors format. So I'm really happy with the format, especially after tournament cards come out. That's going to really balance everything out even more. So it's really cool. Really excited. That's my favorite thing. And just the faces, everyone's realization of how awesome the set is.
I played in 3 drafts. I played first Jiro, then it was Jiro. I played the 700. Oh, Jiro, then Asui, and then I played Deku, and that was pretty sweet.
Look at that. You got it wrong. JT said, "Who'd you play, Tim, and why was it Shigaraki?"
He's pretty good, but I will say my favorite part of being at an event was getting someone to shout out the name for Minetta's common attack. You know what it is. I'm not gonna say it right now, but you know what it is, and it was hilarious to make someone shout that out in the store.
Okay, that's another thing I want to say. We did not choose those names. I just want that very clear. But since they're printed, we have to deal with those names. And every single box opening out of the 30 that I've watched so far, it's about 30, because it was 25 and I saw some new ones. 30 box openings. Everybody has to make a comment on it, on those 3 named cards, and then they bring it up throughout the entire box opening. some way or another, and they can't help but like smile or laugh or just shake their head. That is funny. It's the only card that I hear read almost every time they're going through a pack, even with the commons, even after they've gone through multiple boxes and that kind of stuff. It is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Not us, but pretty funny. We had a completely different name submitted with grapes, just so you guys know.
But yeah, so I think that's about it. So TLDR, Nat's event has been refunded. Care packages incoming. It's pre-release weekend. Keep up with the awesome content. Have a lot of fun making those. We really enjoy watching them. More products should be arriving in all regions fairly soon. All of our other projects are still on track. Pretty good. It's just unfortunately that board games take a long time for things to happen. It's not like we announce that we're working on it and then a month later it's done. So it just takes a while to set up.
We've come to the realization that we kind of like our games completely finished before we launch them. So now they are like print ready when we go. So
if you need draft characters, they're online. If you need Plus Ultra tournament kits, contact Asmodee. We will also make an announcement when we have them available for purchase to our retail partners. Unfortunately, we cannot. We will not be selling them to individuals just because it's difficult to make sure that they are getting purchased for play groups. So it will be. We will have them available eventually, and we'll make an announcement when that happens. We have the retailer group. If you're not in the retailer group, you can go to Facebook to find that. And I think that was it. I think that was everything we covered, right, Jason?
Let me answer these last final questions here. Mega Man 2 the board game ? Actually, Mega Man All Stars is our next game. It's all Mega Man, all of the classic Mega Mans, including a lot of the newer games. That is going to be launching in November is the current plan, and we're on track. Set 2 price increase. There is only a price increase on the 2-player rival deck boxes because the materials on those went up. So edition.
But that's not set 2.
Oh no, set 2 is the same. There's no rival decks. So yeah, set 2 no price increases, unlimited. If you got first edition, the box is actually less. Crazy enough. Stores might just charge the $39.99, but it's going to be from $29.99 to $39.99. It's a really fancy box, and price just happened to go up on those. I still think they're worth it, though, with the ultra rares and everything else, and totally exclusive cards. But that's unfortunate. It's just what's happening right now with all production. Just if you have raw materials and certain things cost more, they just cost more at the moment. Hopefully that goes back down, though, around February, March, April next year. And then future sets will start coming back to normal price. That's the hope. There was one other question in the chat, but I missed it.
Ramatni on Twitch is asking, draft characters, is the group limited to one of each character? No. You can print it for the printout ones. Print out as many as you need. People should be able to play whatever character they want.
Yep. It looks like Asmodee has set 2 at $4.99. I don't know if that's a pack. That could be a different kind of product, though. There are 2 types of packs. If they come in the mass retail packaging with the cardboard outside, those are a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, so that's what we've got. Again, guys, we will have more information coming, throughout the next week, and we'll have a full download of info for you guys next Friday.
There are more articles going up on the site, so keep checking in the site. There's going to be more information on there, organized play, all that stuff. I'm also going to be doing a pass on the MHA card game. Now that it's been out, if there's any information that could be easier to find or in a better location, please tell me now, because I'm going to make sure that everything's pretty easy to get to. I know some of the main questions are like store locator, that kind of thing. Those are on the front page from homepage, and it's got a big button. If that's not good, because I keep missing over it, let me know where you guys want that. But yeah, we're working on everything we can to get you guys as much content as possible. Tim, you had one more thing.
Yeah, we will have a actual set checklist up in the next week. And the rules will be going up shortly as well.
Yeah, and then I believe due to popular demand, since you're saying that, I believe set 3 is going to start. The extra rares will have XR plus their rarity. Is that right, Tim?
We have heard people's feedback about the rarity on the extra rares. We are working to do that. It will be coming in the future.
Yeah, it won't be in the first 2 sets because those are already printed. Bring us the million.
I mean, I want to bring every character, but it's gonna take some time. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for joining us this week. We love you. Play some games. Have a lot of fun. Go crack some more packs if you have access to them. And have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Ultra.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Bye.